Okay, so very good morning to all of the students. Here today we will see some data transformation mechanism. Okay, so for that, what we are seeing here, we are having a data set called sales underscore data, and this is the Excel file. This is basically the CSV file, but we are seeing in the Excel format. What is in the data? You can see there is order ID, there is order date, there is customer name, there is customer ID, there is product ID, region, quantity and price. Okay. And you see that in some of the columns, and actually in there are so many columns which have no entries. So the entries are blank entries are there, so we can say the missing values are there. Okay, another thing is that in the column region, you see the data is not uniform. That is, sometimes it is in small, sometimes it is in capital, sometimes it is in sentence case. Also in the quantity, 5, 10, 5, then 5 is written in the word. Okay, so that is the thing. In this way, so the data is a bit messy. Data is a bit messy. So in the Power BI, there is a tool called transform data. So what does it mean? Transform means, so before you analyze any data, you have to transform the data in such a way so that you can act on the data. You can take the proper action on the data. So you have to clean the data. You have to pre-process the data. Okay. So pre-processing means you have to remove the null values or missing values. You have to remove the duplicates. You have to suppose you can merge columns, you can split columns. So in this way, you have to restructure the data set so that you can analyze it properly. Okay, so that is the main thing we will understand today. So let me go to my Power BI. So everybody has Power BI installed. So in this case, this is my Power BI screen. So let us click on the blank report. Okay, let us click on the blank report, and what I will do, I will just import that data set which is called sales data. So you have the sales data set with you. So I am importing the data. So here only Excel files are being shown, but my file is in CSV format. So here I am doing all files. I am actually allowing all files, and I am taking the sales data. Okay, sales data, then open. So you know how to load the data. In the same way, I am loading the data. Okay, then we click on load. We are loading the data. So you see on the right hand side, the data that is getting loaded. Yes, you can see the sales data. And if you just click on the arrow, you can see the different column names of the data. Okay, so your sales data has been imported into your Power BI dashboard. Okay, now what we want before doing any visualizations, that is, the data is a bit messy, so we have to clean this data. Now, so for this thing, we have to do some transformations on the data so that we can clean the messy data, we can remove the null values, we can change the data types also, we can replace the blank values, we can just remove the duplicates, we can merge different columns, or we can clean different regions, or like there is a column called region, we can clean the data. So in this way, we can just do many transformations on the data. Okay. So for this thing, what we are doing, just you see in the ribbon bar, in your Power BI, there is a tool called transform data. You can see that is transform data. Just follow my cursor. There is in the ribbon bar, there is a transform data tool option. So let us click on the transform data and just we are clicking on this transform data. I'm clicking and you see a Power Query editor is being opened. This is a Power Query editor. Okay. A Power Query editor has opened. So you see in this Power Query editor, the table, the data set is being shown. That is order ID, order date, customer name, customer ID, product ID, then region, quantity, then price. So everything is being shown. Now, so where are the missing values? You see from here also you can see, you see in the quantity column that I am just showing. In the quantity column, there are many missing values. In the region column, there are also many missing values. In the product ID, there are also many missing values. In the customer ID, there are also many missing values. So one by one for each column, we have to remove the blank data or missing data. Okay. So how you can do that? One thing. No, that is fine. But I am giving you example. Okay. So in the quantity data, just say for quantity. Just say for quantity. So what we can do, if we remove the blank, many rows will be deleted. So that we may not want one thing. Or if we want this, suppose this will not impact our data set. So we can just remove that data set, remove that particular rows. So that is one thing. Another thing is that where the data is not there, suppose in the quantity column, where the data is not there, we can put 0. We can put 0 so that all the data will remain as it is, and we are just dealing with the missing values. We are replacing the blank or empty values, empty cells with 0. So let us do both the things. So first, let us click on the quantity column. Let us click on the quantity column and you see in the Power Query editor, just I'm maximizing it. One second. Just you see in the I have selected the quantity column QTY. Okay. And in the Power Query editor, you see there are several options in the ribbon. In the ribbon bar, one is file, another is home, another is transform, another is add column, another is view, then tools, then help. Okay. So we just click on this transform. We click on this transform and what we have to do, just we can replace the values with 0. We can replace the values with 0. Or what we can do, we can just let us click on the replace values. Just click on the replace values. If we click on the replace values, you see value to find. Okay, so value to find, that is in the column there is no value, that is blank. Okay, so value to find is blank, replace with 0. Okay, replace with 0. Value to find, that is blank, replace with 0. Click on OK and you see in every place 0 has been inserted. In every place 0 has been inserted. Okay. So that is one thing. Can you see 0 has been inserted? So we have not removed any column, but we have in the empty places, we have just input 0. One thing. So, and what we have done, see on the right hand side, there are applied steps. So we have replaced the value and there is a cross beside this. So if you undo that step, you can delete this step. Okay. Suppose let us remove, let us go back to our previous step, or let us go to the source one. Source one means the original one. Okay. Source one means the original one. Here what you can do, what I have told you, instead of, if you want to just remove the blank columns, remove the blank cells, what you have to do, just you see there is a down arrow just beside, it is called column 7, which is quantity. Just beside it, there is a down arrow and you see everything is there. Blank, 1, 10, 2, 5, like this. So if you uncheck blank, if you uncheck only the blank, then press OK. What will happen? The blank cells have been removed. Okay. But that is not our intended option, because for this thing, many columns or many rows have been deleted. Not columns, many rows have been deleted because we have just filtered them out, the blank values. So let us go back to the replaced value option. Okay. Just click on the applied step, replaced value. So here, okay, so we have filtered it out. So let us go back to original again. Let it be cancelled. We are undoing the replaced value option. We are undoing the replaced value. Let us go back to source, and you see there are multiple rows which are empty, and we are doing this transformation again. Transform, replace values. Just you find the blank cell and replace with 0. Okay. So that is, now we are placing 0 in the empty cells. Understood? So that is one process of removing the null values. So that is one of the transformation step, removing the null values. Okay. Next, so what we have done? Replaced value. So this is our column. This is replaced value. These are our replaced values, 0. And now what is the data type of this particular column? We have to see. See, quantity should be in numbers. But you see, there are many things, like there are many options like 0, 1, 10, 2, 5. And there is also English text, which is written as 5, F-I-V-E. So that is not our intended case. So in this case, what we have to do? Okay, so our intended quantity. So quantity should be numbers. It should not be any text values like F-I-V-E 5. Okay, so what we should do, you see, we have to write this 5. We have to write the 5. Okay, so let us go back to the replace value options and or filtered rows, whatever we see, filtered row 1, anything. So if you go to the replaced options, so everything is 0. Now, if I go to this step, so what we have to do? Just for 5, for this 5, we have to replace it with number 5. Okay, so we again go to the transform. So you see the data type is text. The data type for this selected cell, for this selected column is text. Here it is written data type colon text. Okay. If you click on the down arrow, you see there are so many options. Fixed, decimal value, whole number, percentage, date, time, everything. So what we have to do?